Like, and when you say you wish people the best, genuinely mean that shit. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Bianca B, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure you guys check out my celebrity interviews, vlogs, and makeup tutorials. So today I really want to talk about how to detach yourself from people and from things. This was a very hard thing for me to do, like, because I'm such a prideful, stubborn Scorpio. And I say that in every video, but it's so true. And I just want to teach you guys some habits that I learned to detach myself from things and to start thinking more logical than having a emotional attachment to things. If you guys watch my videos a while back, I kind of talk about my experience and the things that happened to me in 2022. And I learned so much about myself, but I gained so much knowledge. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of tips. It's gonna be a short video, but I really want you guys to learn how to detach yourself from things and from people. The first thing is let it out. And you let it out by journaling, writing down exactly how you feel. I have like 2 journals that I use. One was given to me by my mentor, and I literally love this journal because I just see how much I have evolved since 2018 when the journal was given to me. And I go back and I read and I just look at how I was then and who I've become now. So the first thing you gotta do is just like journal and let it out. You can let it out by journaling or talking to someone, of course, but some people don't feel comfortable with talking to people, and it's okay. So journaling is honestly the first step. Write really down how you feel about that person, about that opportunity that you didn't get, that rejection. Just know that journaling honestly is like the first step, like acknowledging, what am I attached to? Why am I attached to this thing? Why do I love this thing so much? And just write down how you feel, and you can be as vulnerable as possible. Next thing I would say is forgive and forget. Now I tell y'all, I was a stubborn Scorpio, and it was hard for me to forget things. It was hard for me to forget and forgive. But forgiveness is honestly, especially when it comes to people, it's really hard because somebody can hurt you so bad. They can say the wrong thing to you. They can make you feel so less than that you start becoming insecure. You start dimming your light and you start shrinking yourself. So you have to learn how to forgive and forget. Although it's still in the back of your head, learn how to forgive because forgiveness will bring you good karma. Never wish bad on anybody. I know there's a lot of people that have wished bad luck on me. And I had to get to a place where I'm like, you know what? I don't even return the sender, but you know what? I forgive them because they just may not know, or they may be a narcissist, or they may just be stuck in their ways. And when people are stuck in their ways and don't want to grow and don't want to elevate, it's nothing you could really say to those people that don't want to change. And so since you are growing, and since you are detaching, and since you are becoming a better you're the one that's growing, you're the one that's elevating, you're the one that's going to have good karma. So never wish bad on nobody. Learn to forget and forgive. And forgiveness is in the Bible. You can look up different scriptures, but forgiveness is key. And once you get to that place of forgiving, and you can go back to journaling. I know when I sat down, when I was going through my really tough breakup a couple of years ago, I sat down with my friend Bianca, and I mention her a lot because she really helped me through that whole healing process of forgiving. And I wrote down everybody who has done me wrong, every job that did me wrong, every person that just made me feel less than. I wrote them a letter, and I folded it up and I burned it on the stove. We burned it together, and it was like a relief. It was like a release. And I was able to forgive people who have hurt me in the past, because hurt people hurt people. And you don't want to keep hurting people. We want to elevate, and we want to evolve, and we want to be mature, and we want to grow up. The next thing is understand the process of grieving and detachment. You know, when you're detaching yourself from something, it is a grieving process. It's like someone died, especially if it's a detachment from someone. You have to understand that it's a process. You're gonna go through those days where you miss that person, especially if it was a person that you saw every day, a person that you lived with, or a person that you talk to daily. Like, understand that it's a process, and every day will not be great. Every day will not be successful, but you just have to start small and start doing baby steps and understand that it's a process. And you're gonna look back a year from now, 5 years from now, and be like, yo, I can't believe I was bugging over this boy. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe I let somebody shrink me. Now I'm such a bad bitch. Like, understand that it's a process. And understand that you will think of them or that thing. Understand that you will think of that person. Like I mentioned, it is a grieving process. When it comes to detachment from a person, I'm nosy, so I always like to see how people are doing in life. But I realized that you can't continue to go backwards. You have to not look at their social media, especially if you guys ended like on bad terms. If you guys ended on bad terms, don't go to their social media. Block them, do whatever it is that mentally fulfills you. Me, I don't really care. Like, once I'm over somebody, I'm over somebody, but that took a lot of practice. It took a lot of just being secure in who I am. But a lot of people are into blocking people, deleting people, and I used to be a blocker. Now it's just like I can peacefully move on from any situation peacefully and let people do them. And there's people that I follow that I used to be in love with, that I used to really, really like, and I see them, you know, with the person that they're with. I'm happy for them. I wish them nothing but the best, genuinely. Like, and when you say you wish people the best, genuinely mean that shit. Like, really genuinely mean, like, you know what? It didn't work out with us. It didn't work out in our situation, but I truly wish you the best. And you have to start having that mindset of wishing people good so good can come to you. Prayer goes a long way when you're feeling undefeated. And even on your good days, pray. Praying will get you so far in life. Praying to God of what you want and what you're seeking and what you need for yourself. Praying that person for the best. You know what I'm saying? That's how you really detach from people. Detachment also means being patient with yourself. You know, don't be so hard on yourself when it's time to detach from something. Like, for example, I was really detached to my job a couple of months ago, like earlier this year. Earlier in 2022, I was really attached to my job, and I had to learn how to detach because of how everything went with it. And how I learned to detach was that, you know, I knew that I went into that job doing the best that I could. I know that I gave my all. I know that I gave myself to these people. Never again will I give so much of myself to people and to a job and to people. But I just know that I did the best that I could, and I fought hard, and I did everything that I believed in myself that I could possibly do. So just know, like, even in a relationship, if that person broke up with you or it ended really badly, just know that you went into it and you did the best that you could with the knowledge that you had at that moment and in your life. Like, don't be so hard on yourself and blame yourself for everything bad that happens in your life, because you'll be miserable. You'll be so unhappy for the rest of your life, and you don't want to be unhappy for the rest of your life. Like, you just don't. Know that everything happens for a reason, and rejection is God's protection. And I know that is such a cliche quote, but it is so true. I even look back at people, like I said, that I was like in love with and that I really, really loved, and I realized that they were not the person for me. They were not the person God had designed for me. They were not the person that was supposed to be in my life. I remember, like, even certain internships I wanted badly and I didn't get because I got something better. So just know that at the end of the day, better always comes, and it comes when you least expect it. It comes when you're so defeated. And just know that everything is not for you. What's for you is for you, and it will come to you when it's meant to come to you. So that's how I deal with detachment and how I started thinking logical. I literally am a naturally emotional empath. I'm very, very emotional. And I learned to start thinking logical when I experience all the things that I experienced. And honestly, going to flight attendant school and going to training really helped me with my mindset and understanding that in life, look at things as a problem and just instantly solving it. Even if you can't solve that problem today, go back tomorrow or the next day and know that you can solve this problem. Just think of everything as a problem and that there's a solution to the problem. So if you are running late for work, the problem is you're late. However, you never know if you may have gotten into an accident on the way there if you would have left out a little bit earlier. If there's a job loss that you had, which a lot of people are losing their jobs, unfortunately, since the pandemic, a lot of people have lost a lot of their jobs. Understand that the problem is you lost your job. How can you solve this problem? Applying to more jobs. Applying to jobs 5 to 10 times a day, different jobs. Do something that you're passionate about. Be more happier. Like, really just sit back and just really think of things as a problem and that you can solve it. And that the only thing you can't solve is death. But you can, you know, when somebody dies, it's like, you can't solve that because they're dead. But what you can do is, you know, leave on their legacy. Talk about the things that they were good at, you know what I'm saying? But this is how I detach from people. These are my tips. Comment below how you detach from people. What are some methods that you want to share to other people? It's your girl Bianca B. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Bianca B. TikTok, It's Bianca B. Go to itsbiancab.com. Also go to shopbiancab.com. Get all my merchandise there. It's your girl Bianca B. And like, share, subscribe. Bye guys.